speaking of golf, we got the Ryder Cup this weekend, which is going to be unbelievable. So,
It's
uh,
arguably one of the best events in all sports.
oh yeah, for sure.
I know there's probably a lot of people out there that aren't golf people, whatever, but the team camaraderie of it, and golf is such an individual sport, and then the countries playing against each other, and the dynamics now, like kind of the live guys coming in with the PGA Tour guys. So you got Bryson DeChambeau, and then too, like the whole captain with Keegan Bradley. Tyler Gavin. I don't know how much you guys keep up with it, but like Keegan Bradley was named the captain and just has been playing incredible golf. Could have easily been on this team as a player too, but he turned it down. He's just going to captain. It's in New York. It's at Bethpage Black, which I think is like an iconic golf course here in America. Um, it's going to be rowdy. Hopefully, I haven't checked the New York weather, but I'm guessing if it's nice here, hopefully it'll be nice there. And
Yeah,
um,
it'll be nice.
and I was lucky enough to go to one of them back when I was in college. There was one in Louisville at Valhalla, and it was the coolest sporting event I've ever been to. The vibe in that place, the chants that go on, the pressure-packed arena that is, like it is so so cool. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pumped, and I know Pete, you're pumped too. So
Yeah. No, I just think like there's already a huge difference with like Keegan as the captain. Like he's just the perfect guy for it. I mean, he like grew up playing Bethpage first of all, which also makes it seem like he should be playing, but like I totally get why he didn't pick himself, but just like some videos that I've seen of like him trying to rally the troops, like he had a guy come and speak to them, and he was like a firefighter. His dad passed away in 9/11, like was one of the firefighters that ran in. It's like if anything's gonna hit them hard about like doing it for America, it's like stuff like that, especially being in New York. So he's just gonna, he's gonna be rallying those boys up, and I hope they come out swinging early.
yeah, Europe's gonna be
Can
good. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
can I
tough
ask
match.
you guys, since you guys are big golf guys, what's like the reasoning behind him not choosing himself to play? Because I thought I saw some. Isn't that like super rare? Like,
Yeah,
don't most captains play?
because it's just
No,
extra.
no, most
Well, no,
captains
they
don't
don't.
play.
They don't. Yeah.
Okay,
Most
but
of them are kind of
it,
like done playing. They've been around the Ryder Cup a long time. They're veterans. They understand the room. They know how the event works.
so it was
Um,
just a shock because he's playing so well, and it's like,
exactly.
dude, you like belong on the team.
Well, what happened? Like, so if you watch the full swing documentary, like he kind of got shafted 2 years ago. So I think
Okay,
because of the publicity from that, they named him a captain, thinking he probably wasn't going to be good enough to make the team again. And turns out he is. So they kind of screwed him in a way. It's like because he's not going to pick himself. Like if he wasn't the captain, he's getting picked 100%. Like
gotcha.
100%, he's getting picked. But like not being, he didn't want to pick himself and then have to do both, captain and that. And then it's like if he plays bad, then it's like, well, I screwed that up because like I should have just focused on this. It's just a lot of like moving parts with
Totally
it. So
allows him to focus on just one thing
yeah, he
and
made the
just
right
try to do the one
choice.
thing
Yeah,
well.
he kind of got screwed though. Like he should be playing.
Yeah.
But no, I think if he wins this Ryder Cup, he's going to be like the captain moving forward. I just don't see how he can't be.
yeah,
He's
we'll
like
see. I don't
such a
know.
perfect.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how many repeat captains they've had.
Yeah, I don't know. I know like well, Europe has Luke Donald again.
Okay,
Seems like they're going to take that and run with it. So
okay.
I
But yeah,
would have liked to see Tiger. Tiger would be
that'd be awesome
he,
to see him
yeah,
one day.
yeah.
Especially when Charlie's on the team.
I think they're
So,
gonna. Yeah, well, I think Charlie really wants to go.
does
Um,
he?
yeah, so
Well,
like hopefully Tiger's there.
this is like the whole thing about the Ryder Cup too is like home field advantage is crazy important.
Hmm.
And the US has not been winning in Europe. So like we got to get it done in the US this year and hopefully carry some momentum to the next one, but there's really good players on both sides and it should be I want it to be close because I do feel like a lot of them have been blowouts recently, but that's probably enough Ryder Cup talk. But no, it should be a great weekend. I know a lot of people that are into college football are talking about the college football slate as
That's
well
always
being
going
really
on, yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I know before this call, you guys were kind of going through some guys that are, maybe had some good minor league seasons or are still in the minor leagues and they're still playing right now. I know you guys maybe made a list of guys to talk about if you want to mention anybody. feel free to get in there.
Yeah, I was just digging. I mean, we were kind of just brain dumping here before this call, and a couple names I had seen randomly pop up. Like, I think Ryan Sloan won the Seattle Mariners Minor League Pitcher of the Year. That is a pretty dang prestigious award when you think about all the arms that are in that organization and any organization. Um, so that one kind of blew me away. Another one that I've been kind of eyeing is Sam Antonacci. You know, from Sacred Heart Griffin, played at Heartland, won a national title with them, then goes to Coastal Carolina, like leads the country in runs scored. Now he's with the White Sox. He was at 3 different levels this year. Was up at high A for a while. Now he's at double A, and that team's playing in the playoffs. And just what he's doing at double A to me was kind of mind blowing. He had a 430 something OBP. He's almost walked more than he struck out. He's hitting almost 300. And in like 46 games, he's stolen 21 bags. So really impressive stuff out of Sam Antonacci. Like, he's always hit when we've seen him. He's always been a good baseball player. But man, the 21 stolen bases at the double A level, guy can run the bases. Like that kind of shocked me a little bit. He was always, you know, an above average runner, but he was never a burner. So those were a couple names I had. I don't know if you guys saw any other names that were floating around.
Yeah, it inspired me to dig on a friend of the podcast, Owen Murphy. For those of you that were listening way back then, one of our first guests we had on, but he's with the Braves, was coming back from Tommy John, came back on July 22nd this year, and in 7 starts, he posted a 3-0 record, a 1.19 ERA, struck out 34 guys in 30.1 innings, and posted a .69 whip. So that's awesome for Owen. Pride of Riverside, Brookfield out over here by me. So really cool stuff. Obviously, we're all rooting really hard for him.
2 more arms, too, Pete. I don't know if you had a couple guys, but Jackson Kent, Lake Park, went to Arizona. I was just kind of randomly looking him up. He's in double A now with the Washington Nationals. So kind of climbing that ladder, that's pretty good there for the lefty out of Lake Park. And then Ben Hess, he was our number 1 ranked player his senior class. I want to say he might have graduated in 2020, but he's from Charleston, and he's in double A with the Yankees and putting up ridiculous numbers. Like way less hits than innings pitched and way more strikeouts than innings pitched, and like a 2-something ERA. So Ben Hess having a ton of success. Love to see it. He was uber talented in high school, had 4 legit pitches in high school and a workhorse frame. To see that carry over to Alabama, where he was a stud, and now with the Yankees is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring up anyone new, but that whip for Owen Murphy is like absurd. Like a .6. Like I don't know if I've ever seen one that low. That's insane.
That's like our first team All-State candidates for the IHSA, and their whips aren't even that good.
Yeah.
And he's doing this in pro ball.
Yeah,
coming
it's
off
pretty nuts.
an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, I know one guy you mentioned earlier too was McCade Brown, the Normal
Yeah.
West high school grad, a guy we've talked about a little bit, just having made his debut a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now, with the Rockies. But last night, I believe it was against the Mariners, he threw 5 innings and struck out 10, only allowed 1 run. So it looks like he's kind of starting to maybe get in the groove here. So pretty cool to see there.
It's dynamic stuff. If you're striking out 2 guys an inning in the big leagues, as a rookie, man, McCade, that's awesome. We're watching. We're cheering for you. Keep it up, because the Rockies need it too. So especially going into next year.
Yeah.
Outside of pro ball, Gav, like one thing I noticed, I love it. Like these colleges and their falls are getting underway, or kind of like right in the middle of most of these fall seasons for these D1s. The schools that put out a lot of graphics and stuff on their inner squads, whatever it may be. Cincinnati caught my eye because there's a couple Illinois guys there that are freshmen, like Enzo Infelice. Looks like he's at the top of the charts of like all their exit velocities that they're putting out from either BP or scrimmages. Like I don't know exactly what it was, but then Connor Blue from O'Fallon, they had some like pitching leaderboards, velos going up, and I saw he was 95 plus for them so far this fall. Brandon Menser was 92 plus. Brandon Menser's from down in Southern Illinois as well. Just really cool to see these guys kind of like flourishing at such a young age at these schools. Defa ball, they're right in there, man. The Reds are right. The Cubs are helping them. The Cubs let them take 4, and now
Well,
the Cubs
well,
have
you
to
guys
beat the
should
Mets.
you guys should have helped by winning last night,
We
and you
need to
guys
beat the
didn't do
Mets.
that because the bullpen here at for the Cubs is what Drew always says. It's really bad. So thanks for
I
that.
never said it's really bad. Easy there.
Um,
I just you could always use bullpen help. You could
I
always
don't.
use legit arms down there.
I don't know that I wanna get into the Reds. This is a team that has never loved me back in my 30 years of being alive, or almost 30 years of being alive.
Jesus.
It's a cool week. I should be embracing it more. It's a cool week because they're usually never
Heck yeah.
in it. But must-win game tonight against Paul Skeens. I'm not very confident. So we'll see. I mean, maybe the Cubs will help us out some more. Thanks for letting us beat you guys for 4 games over the weekend. That was cool, but it's probably just to break my heart here at the end of the week. So,
Well, they're in
that's
the
what I
mix.
got.
There's a couple teams
There's
in
my-
the mix right
There's
there.
my
like,
depressing Reds talk. So
well, you should be way more, excited than in years past. But
I would be way more excited if I was a new fan and I didn't know what's going to come at the end of this. But all that's going to come from this, in all likelihood, is just pain and more suffering for me. So I'd
sounds
be
like
more optimistic if they would have won last night. But the fact that you can't beat the last place Pirates at home, all the players are begging for fans to come to the game. It's probably the best crowd they've had there for September 22nd in probably 12 years, and you lay an egg against the last place Pirates. I don't know. I don't really know what to say.
It's one game. It's one game.
Well,
But every
there's
game
no
matters
spirits
this week.
about it.
Pirates are
Every
loose.
game matters this week. So
You sound like you don't sound like a winner. You sound like a Bears fan.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
he does.
if you compare both franchises, it's probably a similar story.
Yeah.
You guys probably feel like the Bears have really never loved you back either. So it's a jaded way to think, jaded way to view the Reds right now. But I was all excited for last night. They ripped my heart out, of course, and then the Cubs don't help us out. So we'll see.
Well-
They just have to finish one game better than the Mets and Diamondbacks this week. So we'll see.
There's a lot of interesting storylines going on with the playoffs. One thing I had was I saw Cade Horton only threw 3 innings yesterday. I didn't know if anybody knew why. We were at the event.
Tight back.
What's that?
Yikes.
Tight back?
Back tightness, yeah.
Okay, because that wasn't good. That was a huge reason why the Cubs had to throw 7 relievers.
Well, when you've been carrying the team for 2 months, your back's going to get a little sore. So he's going to just have to.
That's a good
figure
point.
that out.
You would know from
good call.
carrying teams in golf scrambles, but
Yeah, no.
no, the Tigers, man. I'm keeping my eye on the Tigers because you mentioned okay, you guys face Skeens tonight. I mean, the Tigers had Scooble on the mound last night and they couldn't get the W. So that's a huge series over there in the AL. But
All right, one last thing, because
Yeah.
I'm curious what your guys' thoughts would be on this. So, and this isn't revisionist history, okay? This was something that was heavily discussed for Reds fans both Sunday and Monday. So they had an off day on Monday, right? The Reds could have moved up Hunter Green to pitch last night. It would have been normal rest, okay? He's coming off a complete game shutout against the Cubs. They elected, no, let's pitch him Wednesday night against the Pirates, against Paul Skeens. But they could have pitched him both Tuesday, yesterday, and Sunday, game 162, in a week where every win matters. You could have had your best arm, the face of your franchise, or one of the faces of your franchise pitched twice this week. They elected, no, we're going to keep him where he's scheduled to pitch. He's going to pitch against Paul Skeens Wednesday. This could be the last we see of Hunter Green this year, because if they don't make the playoffs, we're not going to see him again. He can't pitch Sunday. So as Cubs fans, okay, say this was Cade Horton, the roles were reversed. Would you have pitched Cade Horton last night or elected, no, let's give him 5 days rest, and pitch against Paul Skeens.
I totally see where you're coming from. I can't speak on that. Like, I don't know the clubhouse dynamic. Does it send the team a wrong message by skipping your starter? It was Singer last night, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, is that the type of message you want to send to your team, that we're going to skip this dude? I don't know. Like, is Hunter Green dealing with anything? How many innings has he thrown this year? Like, he hasn't thrown that many. So there's so many dynamics that I wouldn't want to touch on, because I just think that's kind of you would know way more about the Reds dynamic than I would. There's just a lot of things I would have to ask and find out before I answer that question.
I just felt like it was a huge gamble not to try and throw your ace twice in a week where you need every single win. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
and now they have to win tonight.
Are they going to throw in game 163 if there's a tie? Like, is that... Because they'd have to play game.
There is no the Reds own the tiebreaker with the Mets and the Diamondbacks, so there's no game 163.
Okay.
The only teams they don't have the tiebreaker over are the Giants and the Marlins. So if either of those teams somehow pass them, it wouldn't matter. But there is no game 163, I don't think. So I guess the thought process is you get in, he can pitch game 1, but it's like, I'd rather worry about getting to the playoffs first, because we don't do that ever in my life. So I don't know.
And how's he been throwing the ball recently? Like, Hunter
Green, awesome.
Okay.
Like he threw his first ever complete game shutout. That would have been
how's Singer been throwing? I know he got dinged
good.
Up. So
he's been throwing good, but he didn't throw well against the Pirates all year. And it's like, who you're playing. Like, my whole thing is you have to win tonight. You're playing the Brewers this weekend, who, yes, I know they don't have anything to play for. The Brewers own the Reds. The Reds haven't beaten the Brewers in a series in, I think, 4 or 5 years now. That's like a real stat.
Let's go.
So my whole thing is you have to win tonight. Like, I think they have to go 4-2 this week to get in, because that means the Mets have to go 5-1, and the Diamondbacks would have to go 5-1 to get in over the Reds. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just not super optimistic. They had to win last night, in my opinion, because I don't think they're beating Paul Skeens, and then I don't think you're winning 4 in a row to close out the year. So that's what I got.
The Cubs need to get it going. Not a good time to drop 5 straight games. But you get hot at the last. Shoot, you get hot the last 2 games of the season, and you get good mojo going to the playoffs. Anything can happen. I'm gonna keep my eye on the Diamondbacks, though. You got Alec Thomas down there. Always rooting for him. One of my favorite players to watch coming through Mount Carmel when he was back in Illinois. But a lot of fun stuff. Should be a great final week of the season.